Hey y'all, and welcome back. It's Monday night, so you guys already know what time it is. We are back to talk House of the Dragon, episode 6, Smallfolk, but I'm not doing this alone tonight. Y'all already know the deal. Let me bring the ladies up. It's a ladies only crew tonight. Dom couldn't make it, but hopefully he'll be back next week. Kay, how are you doing today? How has your Monday been, friend?
It's a Monday. It's a Monday, but I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Kay the Targaryen.
That's right.
Let's fix
That's right.
that. Let me go on and fix that language there. Next, we have coming to the stage. Y'all know her. Y'all love her. She's mean and green. Okay. Every single chance she gets. Hey, C, how are you this evening? How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing marvelously because tonight was a very heavy Alicent night. We'll talk about it. I'm glad to be here.
Well, you're very welcome, friend. You know, we're overlooking all of that. Um, all of the Team Green allegiances. Well, better yet, Alicent allegiances. But let's say hello to everyone in the chat, and we will jump right in this, honey, because we have stuff to cover. Hey, Roderick says, "What's up, everybody? How are you? Hope your Monday has been amazing." Hey, Honey Ray Amore, how are you today? Hey, Zah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Trinity Angel, welcome. Hey, Vic. Hey, girl. How are you? Okay, y'all. So you guys know exactly how we do it. This was entitled Small Folk, episode 6, and a lot went down. I'm going to start with you, Kay the Targaryen. What were your overall thoughts of this week's episode?
I enjoyed this episode. I thought that was a real slick move for Rhaenyra to send to send the small folk food when they was hungry. I said that was a great move right there on her behalf. And I enjoy seeing dragons this episode. Uh, what else? Aemon is he is a demon seed, is what he is.
Is he?
Yeah, Aemon is he is a demon. And Allison, why your other son ain't with the rest of them? Why he ain't in King's Landing?
You
I'm
know,
so
he had to be at the Hightower home. That's his custom with Gwaine. So, but overall, you liked it. Strong episode. If you had to rate it 1 to 10, what are you giving it on a scale of 1 to 10?
This was a 7.5 for me because I love the uprising of the small folk and Alan and Addam. I love it. I just love all that. I love it.
I think it was a great setup episode. I will give it that. See, what did you think of this episode? Overall thoughts, and then give us a rating 1 through 10. What'd you think?
So I like this episode for Alicent and her arc. But as far as the entertainment, I wasn't as entertained this episode. I got to say, this is probably my least favorite of the season. And if I had to rate it, I would maybe give it a 5.
Oh,
It's in the mid
that's
for me. Mid. It's very mid this episode.
whoa, that's low. Guys, drop it in the chat and let us know what you would rate this episode. Hey, Joanne, welcome, friend. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Allie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Vic says a 7 out of 10. So I didn't mind this episode. I'm going to give it a 7.5 as well. I feel like that is a good, because it did a lot of building for me for this penultimate episode that we'll get next week. It kind of drew some lines in the sand. Like Kay said, we got our La Viva Revolucion. You know what I mean? It's about to go down with the small folk. And listen, I liked Aemon. I liked him this episode. I said, that boy, he's a thinker. And y'all know I'm not even Team Green, but
We're
okay.
going to pull you over here. We're going to pull you.
I don't know if I'll ever go there. Hey, Shmi says, what's up, everyone? 5 out of 10. Okay, so they agree.
It's me and you every episode.
Mid, y'all said mid, but let's get right into it. So y'all know, as this episode opens up, we are in, actually, let me see, let's see if that slide got in here. Nope, it didn't. But we are with the Lannisters, right? And they are supposed to be preparing to siege Harrenhal, right? But the Lannister brother gets there and he said, I'm not doing nothing until Aemond and Vagar come, right? Because we know Damon got a dragon. We know he has Syraxes over there, and it's not a game. We're not going to be incinerated like the other people were. So we're going to go ahead and get to this hotel room, eat some food, relax, send word back to King's Landing. So now we have Aemond, and he is fully in his kingship, right? I think I have it in the next slide that he is the HKIC, the head king in charge, right? And he's laying down the law. He's saying, who's going to check me, boo? Because literally, Lannister, who do you think you are? You think I'm going to get up and bring Vagar out? No, that's not what's going to happen. Crispy, you're going to Harrenhal. Get up, because I know you screwed my mama. You go. And Alicent, thank you for your years of service, but it's no longer needed. See, I'm going to start with you since these are your people. What did you think of the small council meeting at King's Landing? What do you think of Aemon's approach in leadership?
So one, I love seeing the Lannisters throwing that big money around. They said, look, we got the money, we got the numbers. What's good, right? So I love seeing them. Also, when it came to the council, Aemon is doing what needs to be done. Aside from his ruthlessness, I feel like he's making decisions based off of strategy, and at the very least. Now, is it also based in his own, like, vengeance? Yes. Too much? Yes. But is he a vast improvement over Aegon? Also, yes. I do feel for Alicent because she isn't respected by her children. And it could be because she was a child herself when she had them, and also because she was with a man who she didn't want to be with. So it's like, you're impregnated by this man, you bear his children, and the results, maybe they didn't get the love that they needed. But I did like the scene where she did cup his face, and you can see he was kind of like the nurturing he kind of always wanted, what he's going to the pillow house for. But he's turned his heart off since he had to give up a old lady prostitute. If this would have been a couple episodes before, he would have been there. But no.
Really, see, that wasn't no nurturing. She was like, Aemond, you're ruined from your childhood. You're still bitter. You ain't healed yet from what happened to you. You taking it out on your mama, trying to play the guilt trip, but he's not having it. Kay, what were your thoughts on the small council and Aemond in leadership? What are your thoughts?
I love how, you know what, you do. Although Aemond is a little demon seed, you got to show him some respect, though, because he sat down like, look, I got a job for you. You ain't pulling the wool over my eyes. When he asked her, like, what was her role on the small council?
So what do you do here?
Come to my office.
I was like, well, damn. I bet you wouldn't have said that when Viserys was still there, or when Otto was still there. Y'all just out here running wild. And it's like she didn't even have nothing to say back to him. Like she didn't even put up a fight for her place still. Like, I'm the mom, you listen to me. I'm the one who birthed you and raised you. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. But she just kind of sat there like, I can't believe he was talking to me like this. And he did. And said, like, you can go use your talents elsewhere, like with some, just be a housewife now and go and get out my face. I got stuff to do.
He said, listen, we appreciate all that you did. We appreciate your years of dedication and service, mother. But that's it. And she ain't raised him. That Granny Ho raised him in the pleasure house. That's who raised Aemond. That's why he's like how he is. Nope.
Let's give Alicent her flowers. We're not gonna act like she wasn't making decisions when Viserys was decrepit and couldn't even get out of bed. Child.
Flowers. Alicent gets no flowers from me. I'm sorry. Some weeds, maybe. I don't. She's the reason. She's the reason for the season. She's the reason why all of this is happening. Meanwhile, back in Dragonstone, Corlys is owning his leadership position as the hand, baby. He's there before the people are there. He's there looking at the board like they're chess pieces, like, okay, I'm ready to get to work. Need to do everything that I, need to do. I think to kind of get my mind off Rhaenys, but also let me get my son to work. Let me give him a post. And so he goes to see Alan and is like, son, here's a post for you. And Alan's like, do I have to? Like, is this what we're doing? Like, I really don't want anything to do with you or your people. And I can't wait until we get into the backstory of all of that. But Kay, what do you think about Corlys in his role now as hand of the queen? And what did you think about his interaction with Alan, trying to give him a post, trying to put him to work?
I mean, it might. It sometimes it's too late to try to step up and be a dad, you know. So, but I honor that's a good thing for him, trying to give him more things to do or more important jobs. And I think he should keep doing that part. Keep making them feel like they are important, making it feel like, you know, that he does care. Like, it's too late to be dad, but like, I can show you some respect for all your talents and your skills. You know, you can get a promotion. So to speak. Come on and get this promotion. And I'm here for it. Help him out. I mean, what else you got to do now, Corliss? What else do you have to do?
Exactly. I thought we were actually going to get to see Corlys and Rhaenyra interact more because we know what's about to happen. And I believe that's in the next slide. But see, what do you think about Corlys in this role? Do you think he's going to do his big one in it, or do you think he's going to mail it in?
I like Corlys as a character. I feel like despite his marital affairs, he's a good husband. He's a horrible father. He's a horrible father. And even now, he's not even trying to acknowledge not forget Addam. He's not even looking Addam's way. He's not even trying to acknowledge Alan as his child, but still trying to give him a little raise, like y'all said. Like, sir, what's all you not even going to say I'm your son, but you going to act like you want to bring me around? I don't like him as a father, and it makes me not like his character because of that. And still, it was almost like it was a last resort. Like, he doesn't have Rhaenys anymore. He doesn't have Baela because she done turned him down. He said, "Look, I'm over here, you over there." And now he's going to his first son as a last resort, and it just makes me just so upset at his character.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't. I think that's a odd situation. And I mean, I'm glad just to see he's making an effort at this point. I really want to know what happened between Alan and Addam's mom and Corlys. Maybe that'll give us a better perspective of why he's so distant. The one thing that I've liked about the Sea Snake from season 1 was the fact that he was about legacy, and he really was about the family going on for generations. And I mean, I like that, especially for a Black character, right? To be thinking about the future and who's going to lead and what the family's all about. But you're right, there's definitely a disparity with these sons. And so I'm, like I said, I need to know the backstory. Hey, Swag fan, welcome. Shmi says, I wished Alicent was there when Aemon called out Laris. I know, we don't get to that. That was hilarious. Aemon is on his own team, and I'm here for it. Listen, I am too. I know. Yeah, Aemon was wicked this episode, and he's just a wicked, dastardly character. Hey, Amy. Hi, everyone. Am I late? No, you're right on time. So, Corlys will talk behind Rhaenyra's back, but he do what he got to do. He's been loyal to her. I agree. He's been a horrible father, though. Yeah, Corlys is just about legacy. That's very true. And I guess it didn't last because there's no Valerians in Game of Thrones. But they say there might be a few smatterings of them, probably illegitimate. Right. Who is the mother? Is there possibly more than one? Listen, he was out to the sea. You know what they say about the Navy men. So yeah, now again, the council has come in. Rhaenyra and Jace's plan is coming into fruition, right? Because we remember last episode, they were like, listen, well, Jace was like, there's a lot of bastard Targaryens out there that are married into other families. The blood is still there, right? Somewhere the blood is alive and well. We just need to find these people. So they discovered that Sir Stephen Darkling, who is one of the soldiers that she has on deck anyway, is a Darkling whose great grandmother was a Targaryen, right? Okay, so we're thinking it might be a go. He goes down there into the wherever with the dragons and the dragon keepers, dragon masters, right? And I'm like, in my mind, Sir Stefan, you're scary. This is not going to work, right? They're telling him, like, you can't be scared. You just got to walk up to him. But then we see Smoke get in position. Like, Smoke is ready for Sir Stefan to step aboard. But as soon as he spoke the words, I said, I guess they taught him a few High Valyrian words. As soon as he spoke the words, Smoke said, not today. You're on the back of this bus. Only Black riders are allowed here. What did you think of this moment? Were you shocked? Were you surprised? What did you think?
Honestly, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised given that this was the first one that they found. And I said, the first one, they got to set an example. They're not going to give us the first one they find is going to be instant match with the writer, right? This is going to be writer. But for they're going to see Smoke Trevante Smith to come up from the depths and play with this man like that. He knew this dragon knew damn well he wasn't about to, like, he wasn't messing with Stefan like that. And I think it's just that he's bored. He's flying around Spice Land or whatever it is, looking around, bored in the basement. He said, "Let me just play around and see, have some fun." And this was Smoke playing around, having some fun. He said, "Oh, you thought, right? You thought you was about to get on my back." But no, sir, you do not have the complexion for the protection. So on to the next. This was a hilarious scene. And I thought it was interesting that, because again, I didn't read the books, but I assumed that High Valyrian was something strictly for the Targaryens. But we see that these dragon tamers, they also speak like a little bit of High Valyrian. So I thought that was interesting to find out in this episode. But
I think many, well, not many, but back in those days, the old tongue was more prevalent. And then, when we go to House or Game of Thrones, mainly the maesters spoke High Valyrian, or, Dany and her brother. And that was pretty much it. Kay, what did you think of this moment? And what did you think of the look on Rhaenyra's face when her stepping the flames?
When I had to play it back to that scene, because when I first seen it, I was like, I didn't get a good look at that. Rhaenyra's so shady though. When Smoke let out that fire, Rhaenyra, she said, "Oh."
Well, they didn't even try to help.
What to do? What can you do? He slit his own throat in there in the flames. I said, well, it must have been bad.
Like, stop, drop, roll wouldn't even work. That was just gone.
They didn't even try. Everybody just said, "Well, I mean, I guess that's it. That's it. That's all," and just left your boys sitting out there, just burnt and crispy. They ain't even tried to say, "We miss you. Try struggle. I'm so sorry." They ain't Rhaenyra said, "Oh." Like this man felt and just left. And Smoke said, "Don't play in my face no more after this. Don't play with me anymore after this."
And he wasn't the only one that got burnt up. Whoever was on the side of him got burnt up too. I said they didn't stop, drop, and roll anything. And Smoke said, "I'm out of here. Y'all are doing way too much. I don't like it." But you see those
somebody
hands,
else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it. And those hands, those are the shaky hands of Sir Stefan. I knew it was over then. You got to approach with boldness if he ever stood a chance. And then my other question was, why Smoke? They said they had 3 dragons. Smoke belonged to Rhaenyra. Like, why test Smoke that way? Why not introduce, you know what I mean? Another
I guess
one.
Maybe because Rhaenyra knew Rhaenyra more because of, she knew Smoke because of Rhaenyra. That was his dragon. So I think maybe she, aside from the other ones who haven't been written, she's like, okay, maybe I know him. He gonna be straight. We here, me and him. We good. And Smoke, who was like, who is we?
Yeah. And they did make a comment about him maybe wanting a writer or something.
So that he was restless, and that he was longing, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't think he would connect with anyone. I thought Smoke was just going to wait for Rhaenyra, since Rhaenyra's still living, somewhere. Tony says Smoke was like, "I smell raisins and potato salad." You know what? I thought that too, sweet. Yeah, listen. Okay, Vic says he was too scary over there tiptoeing, and he was. Amy says, could they put out the flames since they didn't die immediately. I don't know if there was even any way. Like, I don't think they had any salt to throw on them. I don't think they had any
They went
big
out there
blankets
just
prepared.
unprepared for
They've
this.
been doing this for generations, and nobody brought a bucket of water or nothing just in case. That was a setup.
Yeah, and y'all are right. I mean, Ray said, "I'm out of here." She turned and just walked
Mhm.
on away. And so as she's listen, as she's walking away, one of her advisors on the council said, "We told you this was a bad idea. You didn't want to listen." She said, "Hold on." And when I tell you, she slapped the dog mess out this elderly man, and said, "You must have forgot who I was. My bad. You guys forgot that you're supposed to fear me." And I got my life in that moment because Ray, finally you're behaving like someone with some power and authority. What did y'all think of that moment? I'll start with you, Kay.
I said, finally, Rhaenyra standing on business. You better stand up, Rhaenyra. This whole time. Rhaenyra, stand up, girl, get up and stand on business. And I hope she know from now on, y'all get out of line. These slaps is for everybody. Like
Everybody can get it.
anybody
Listen.
can get one. So
See,
that's something to say.
This is I'm glad for her kind of finding like her strength a little bit, like getting some of that old Rhaenyra, that old conniving Rhaenyra back from season 1. I love it. Because sometimes people need to be reminded just who the hell you are. And she's like, "Look, it's my fault you forgot to fear me."
Lord have
Great
mercy.
scene. I'm here for that. So yeah.
Hey, Trinity Angel. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Aiming this episode, Mom, you fired. Laris, go get my granddad, you idiot. Aegon, keep quiet or you're dead. Town folks, you starve. All bad decisions. Also, Sea Smoke stole the show. And did. I was absolutely here for Sea Smoke. And we're going to get into each of those things because when Laris thought he was somebody, I said, "Sir, remember who you are, old Clubfoot. Remember."
Now you thought.
Remember who you are, Laris. Let's not reach too high. Meanwhile, at Harrenhal, Damon, not like Marsha, but Damon is off his rocker. And every time I see him, there is a turned over flagon or cup. And I'm like, you need to stop drinking whatever you're drinking in Harrenhal because poor Sir Simon got a knife to the throat, to the mouth. Damon says he said he worked for everybody. Oh, you work for Rhaenyra. No, you're working for somebody else. You're out to get me. And he's like, slow down, 10 speed. Like, we're supposed to be working on something else. So then he says, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to get on Syraxis and I'm going to leave Harrenhal. And I'm thinking to myself, amen. But then witchcraft and wizardry Alice Rivers comes up and says, you're running away, Damon? Just like you ran away from King's Landing, just like you ran away from Dragonstone, you're going to run away. And I'm thinking, yeah, he needs to get away. But you know, he's buying whatever she's selling, and she gives him this very ambiguous prophecy, right? In 3 days hence, if you don't move, the winds are going to shift. And I'm like, okay, girl, like he can't decipher a riddle in this state of mind. Just tell him what it is. See, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think about Damon's unraveling and this interaction and taking counsel from Alice?
Ooh, I'm about sick of Damon and Harry. If he don't get the hell out of there, like I am sick of seeing him here, and he's just deteriorating. And the fact that he come out drinking all his drink every episode, and then gonna come to the culprit because we know it's her. We know it's her. Say, hey, I feel like really delusional, like somebody's been poisoning me. You know anything about that? Jesus. She was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro, but wait 3 more days. It's giving wait 3 more days because I'm about to kill you in 3 more days. That's what it's giving. I don't know why he didn't just leave.
That's what it sounded like.
Right. And poor Simon, man. Simon done dealt with some crazy people before because he was keeping his cool. He was like, hold on, guys.
He said, hold on, don't
Right,
be all right.
So he's been here before. He knows what goes on around this castle. He knows this is the games of the witch. Though I still believe he's maybe hallucinating this witch. I don't know if he's
that was the thing, see, in this episode. Sir Simon actually talks about Alice this episode. So we know that she is real. They're confirmed that other people, unless the only people that can see her or know her in the castle. But Sir Simon did confirm that Alice Rivers is employed
She's
at
the
Harrenhal.
ghost of the castle. They all know her because they all seen her once
As he said,
before.
yeah, says she's been there for many, many years.
Right.
Mm. Mm.
Hunting the halls.
And then she brings out her owl. And y'all remember, I think the first episode that we meet her, she talks about how she's really a barn owl. And I was like, okay, she's a warg, and we're going to get some insight. So, Kay, this question is for you. Do you think Alice is a warg or has those abilities that we saw in Game of Thrones where she can kind of infiltrate the animal and go and scout and see what's going on? Or is that just put on? Is she just
I think
witchy?
that I'm thinking one or two things with her. I'm thinking that she's like the Red Witch in Game of Thrones, especially if she's been there for a while and she's super old. Because remember now, the Red Witch was, she whispered some things in your ear, and she had a Stannis a little shook, say a couple things. Or I think she's one of the children of the forest.
Oh, now that's even scarier because they were some freaky elven creatures, if my memory serves me correctly.
And they had those weirwood trees that Bran used to do his warging from when he was get his visions and stuff.
Mhm.
That's they tore down those trees to build Harrenhal,
Got you.
and
They
those
say
were the
it's an
children of the
enchanted
forest
forest.
trees.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't mess with him. That's why I think Damon needs to get on Syraxis and never look back. Damon hallucinating every episode is getting tired. He really needs to leave. It is because
She's
I'm like,
driving
okay,
him mad slowly, and I think it's a purpose. Like he's going to slowly start being like a mad king, the mad prince, from listening to her. That she's putting the bug in his ear to drive him crazy. He already crazy, and she making it worse.
she is. And I thought that last episode because she really hates what he's doing in terms of unaliving innocents, doing all that. I think she probably thinks this is some sort of like divine retribution, but it's definitely Alice, Witchcraft and Wizardry Rivers that's behind his delusion. Uh, Honey Ray Amore says, "Ugh, I wish Damon had just left and Craxus was in the background yelling for him to come. Listen, it's so frustrating. He knows, Craxus knows it's time to go. The animals know, the dragons know. I need Damon to stop playing in Luigi's castle. Listen, I wouldn't be in Harrenhal. It's the ghetto. That's what Damon said last time. Let's fix it up. It's the ghetto. Okay, now we have Massaria and Rhaenyra. And, last episode, they sent Alinda as a secret deep cover spy to infiltrate, get some information in King's Landing. And so now we know that the people are mad. The small folk don't have food. They're locked in the city gates. And so she's like, listen, King's Landing is ripe for the taking. And in this moment, Rhaenyra is having a whole meltdown. I don't know if I should be queen. I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I can do this. And Masari is like, listen, cut all that out. Let's try this. Let's try my advice. I'll start with you. See, what do you think of this becoming Rhaenyra's most trusted advisor? And we'll get to the later scene. Okay, so I have pictures for that. But what do you think about her becoming her most trusted advisor?
She's definitely the MVP of the episode. She's her secret weapon, right? If it wasn't for this woman, they would have been given up, I feel like. So she owes a lot to her. And this was a great move. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, yeah, send the people a little, a courtesy crate of food, a couple of them, because they starving and they angry. So they ain't going to be able to fight inside and outside because we're going to hit them from the outside and the people going to hit them from the inside. It's strategically, it makes sense. And this is the Otto of that team. They need Otto back on the green to start making some sense of some situations because they got their Otto in this character. So yeah, she's
That's what
definitely
Eamon said. That's why I'm on Eamon's side. I said, you're a young one, but you're a smart one. He's probably been studying war strategy since he was a little boy. He was preparing himself to be king this whole time. Kay, can we trust Massaria? Can we really trust White Worm?
I don't trust her as hard as I could throw her because she was the same whispering person that was in Damon's ear. She is gonna do what she gotta do to save herself. And if it came to worst, she gonna stand with the small folk. If there was an uprising and the small folk decided to turn on Rhaenyra, she gonna go with them. She's a
I
survivor.
agree.
She's a I get in where I fit in type person.
I like Roderick. I like your statement, Roderick, because when I was placing Laris, I was like, oh, he's kind of the worst of the Spider and Littlefinger, but more like Littlefinger. And when I think of Massaria, I think you're right. She is more like Varys or the Spider because he was really about the good of the realm, right? He was about the greater good. So anybody could really he could change allegiances at the drop of a hat if he felt like somebody being unalived was going to benefit the realm. So I absolutely agree with you guys on that. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens with White Worm. We're we're gonna see, but I kind of like her. I can't front. Meanwhile, the Grand Maester comes in the room and is like, "All is well. The king is alive. He's going to make it." In the small council meeting. I'm like, no discretion. You probably should have just told his mama that at first. Keep Aemon on ice for a little bit. But Aemon goes in to see about him like a loving brother would, right? And to really and to assess the situation, right? And to say, what you know. And say, shh, don't say anything. I know you went after Melees. That was a bad idea, bro. And then proceeds to put the little ball all in the burn wounds. Like, Aemon, was that necessary? We get it, bro. You want to be king. You're not going to let Aegon make it. We get it. Kay, what did you think of this interaction with Aemon? What'd you think?
When 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 they even told Aemon the news, he didn't even act excited. He just said, "Oh, that's wonderful news," because he said, "I got something for him. Let me go and whisper something in his ear so he know. I know you've seen everything, but I want you to say something. Remember, you stuck in this bed and I'm not. Okay, so please go ahead and whisper something because I can get to you before you can get to me." So now what happened, right? So yeah, it was Melees, right? That's right. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking. I love you. Get well.
Aegon said, I know nothing, Jon Snow. I know nothing. See, what did you think about that? What do you think? Read this comment for me from Honey Ray.
The Maester violated HIPAA yelling that out like that. Yes. And I was about to say the Maester knew goddamn well. This is the smartest man in the area. He know to keep his mouth shut when need to be shut. So I was thinking, why would he just announce this in front of Aemon like that? It was giving messy, like, what is going on? And when Aemon came, when he heard the news, he was being cool as a cucumber, child, because he likes to be strategic. He came to this man's bedside and threatened the man low key. It was just so good because y'all know I'm here for Aemon, right? That's my little boo. That's my little baby. So just to see how evil he really is, man. He's just becoming worse and worse every episode, but I'm still here for it. Yes. Take that crown. Take that kingdom.
He absolutely is getting worse. And I don't like to give Alicent any credit because she's worthy of none. However, I will say when she was reading him down, holding his face, acting like a concerned parent, but really reading him and giving him the business, talking about, have you not, been freed yet from the indignities of your childhood? And he hasn't. He is not going to heal, I think, until he gets complete retribution, and probably not even then. He's probably just going to become even more of a monster because power plus, his wounds, his rejection, his abandonment, all of those issues that he has are just going to culminate now that he has, almost complete power. But no, he ain't gotten past it. He ain't got past losing his eye. He ain't got past from having his little micro peen revealed in the pleasure house. He haven't got past his brother making fun of him and torturing him all these years. He's just not over it. Not. But he's a good strategist. Okay. Meanwhile, the small folks, y'all. The small folk. And we're seeing what is his name, y'all? Help me out. The Hammer.
Is it? Yeah, I forget.
Hal the Hammer. Y'all help me in the comments. Hugh the Hammer. I know I should have put it in there, Hugh. And I like how Hugh got down. He didn't have to do the people like that. So the boats come. We know that Team Black has sent the food to the people because no food is in King's Landing and they're locked in. And so, his wife was out at the market earlier that day, sold out. And so now he got a sickly child. He got this wife and he's probably 6'4", 6'5". He's a big old boy and he's hungry. And so we know the ships came in, everybody's running with their food, and he cold cocks the man, takes the cabbage, the carrots, the potatoes, everything, and dares the man to get back up. What did you think of this moment, Kay? How did you feel? What's going on with you?
People do some strange things when war is around the corner, and it's the Hunger Games at this point. They in the Hunger Games. Shout out to Rhaenyra for going and following through with that plan though, because this was brilliant. But yeah, the Hunger Games have begun, and it's I gotta eat. It's you or me. So you got hey, how would you act?
Kay said may the odds be ever in your favor. See, what do you think about this move? We know it was strategically brilliant. What do you think about Hugh? And how is Hugh going to come into play in these last 2 episodes?
Shout out to 6'4" Daddy Hugh for coming through for his family. Yes, we love a provider. We love someone who gets it done. Like by hook or crook, you better feed your family, sir. And I was here for it. I do think that he might have a little bit of Targaryen in him. I think we might have a little bit of that. He might be a dragon rider or something like that. But yeah, I love that he was just coming through for his family. Finally, he should have left, weeks ago, but it is what it is. And now that they're stuck there, he said, all right, I see what my wife's been talking about. Let me heed her word of wisdom and go steal these vegetables real quick. And he made it happen. Still no meat. They still ain't got no meat in the kingdom, but they hooking up that curry, that vegetable curry. And I love it.
Shmi says, Hugh should have been hammering weeks ago. His daughter is nearly a bag of bones. Listen, the plan was brilliant. It was. Roderick says, the warning sign of what he is about to bring to this war. Okay, because he was, who he reminds me of, y'all? And if y'all haven't watched Sons of Anarchy, what are you doing? Go watch it. He reminds me of Opie.
Oh, I was about to say, don't you say Jack.
No, girl. no one could ever be Jack. Let's be serious. But he reminds me of Opie, like my favorite, y'all. But okay, guys, but thank you guys so much for being here. We have 47 people in the chat tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. Thanks for the love, the super chats. We are going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
You and I exist.
You're muted.
Thank y'all. We are right back. I just needed a quick little step away there for a second. But let's get right back into this. Listen, your favorite person, K, or C rather, I'm sorry. Your favorite person, right? Laid up looking mighty bad. Looking mighty bad. And I'm sorry. Too little, too late. I'm sorry, Alicent. You should have been a better mama. You're the reason he's in this predicament. You're the reason he's in this space. But I will give you the floor, C. What did you think about this moment? Was it a beautiful moment to you? Did you?
Yes, it was a beautiful moment. We're not going to act like Alicent isn't trying to be there for her children. She's trying her best. And as I mentioned every episode, she's coming from a place of trauma. She was a child when she was forced onto this grown, decaying man who took advantage of her, along with her father who took advantage of her. So she was growing along with her children. So I feel like this episode definitely shows that she is trying her best, despite her trauma, to be a mother. And she even is coming to terms with, maybe I wasn't the best mother when she was speaking to her brother. Well, I guess we'll get to that scene.
Mm-hmm. We will.
But I do feel like there's definitely some growth with Alicent this episode. You guys cannot deny there's definitely some character growth here, and I'm here for it. She's slowly finding her voice, slowly finding her motherhood and her place in the kingdom. And I do feel like this was a little bit of a setback with her being removed from the council, but it might be a setback for a setup. Amen. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
Absolutely not. You cannot. Because listen here, no, absolutely not. No, none of that. She's not improving as a character. She's not any better. The only reason she is taking this stance with Aegon in this moment is because she knows that's where the power is at. If I can nurse Aegon back to health and get him in position again, I can be back on the inside. Because Aemon's not going to let it slip. This is actually one of her most strategic moves, in my opinion. Kay, what say you, Kay? Is Alicent improving as a person? Is she becoming better? Did she grow a heart
Okay, you know how in the
in
Catholic
me?
Church they go sit and talk to that dude
The priest?
to confess their sins and whatnot. This is what she was using Aegon for. She said she's sorry because she made a mistake in saying Viserys announced him as the heir. That's all she was doing, because she knows that now that she knows the truth and he is not the prince that was promised, and she still let this foolishness carry out. She started this whole thing. So no, she's telling him not that she's sorry that, his own brother burnt his ass up. She's saying, I am sorry that I sat here and told this lie and let this stuff spiral. Cause see, if I wouldn't never said nothing, none of this would have happened. I should have just said nothing and let Rhaenyra be the queen. I did it. My bad.
Well, Roderick said, like father, like son. Captain for creativity. Follow Captain for creativity. I believe she's covering her House and the Dragon as well. Poor little Tink Tink. Listen. She said, Amen, my boo. Listen. Okay. I like Amen. Something about him. Vic says she's feeling sorry for herself and is. Swag fan said, it was a beautiful moment. Agreed. Alicent was a child herself who became a mother. I think it just made her see how much she does love her children. I wish I believed it, y'all. I wish she was selling that to me. Kelly Franklin says, I'm so late. Who are Alicent, girl? We talking about Alicent. Shmi, she can't control Aemon. I know, and she can control Aegon, especially now. I think it's strategic. Kelly Franklin, that's it. Alicent is about power or trying to get it. She ain't been good at it. I do think Alicent cares about her children. She's just negligent in terms of catering to their emotional needs. Absolutely negligent. If it was in today, CPS would have came got them kids. Shmi says that's why Laris went back to Aegon and Alicent as well. She says, why y'all want Alicent to be so evil? She's not evil. She's not perfect. No, but not evil. Her face looking at Aegon was genuine. Come on. When I saw her in her church house in the sept, right? And upon learning the truth, she said, I didn't do nothing wrong. Ain't no mistakes. I knew who Alicent was in that moment. That told me everything I needed. Victor says, I love women and respect women, but Alicent can go, wow. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't say it, but I don't. Listen, I don't. Maybe if she was good at that, she'd have some power here.
I think that's you got to push back on it. Because in the church, I feel like she acknowledged that, okay, maybe she got it wrong, but at this point, there's nothing she can do. Her sons don't even listen to her. She was like, regardless of what happened, we're here now. I feel like she did realize at the church that, okay, maybe she got it wrong, but Aegon and them ain't about to listen to her either way. So we're not going to villainize Alicent too much now.
She's already a villain. Thou art a villain, Alicent. Meanwhile, we have Rhaena, and she is in the Vale with, who is it, Lady Jane Eyre.
Yes.
And we discover the real truth as to why Lady Jane needed a big dragon. That's why she was like, I don't want these baby dragons or these dragon eggs, because they have a wild dragon on the loose burning stuff up. See, what did you think of this? Were you surprised to find out that there's an unmanned dragon out here doing damage?
I was shocked. I didn't expect it. I didn't suspect, nor did I expect. And I'm wondering because, well, first, I don't know if you have this slide, but they done showed that little lizard dragon. They done gave that woman Jane in this episode.
It is a baby dragon. It was cute though.
They done gave her a little lizard dragon, and she got this big beast running around killing goats in the fields. That's what she really wanted. She needed some defense against this damn wild dragon. But I'm wondering, is this going to be, old girl's dragon? Is this supposed to be Daemon daughter dragon running around wild in the Vale? That's what I want to know.
I'm here for that because we also discover in this episode, for all of us, me, who was mad or upset earlier because she didn't get sea smoke. And it's not that she didn't try. Apparently, she had been trying to claim dragons and none had taken to her. So maybe this is that opportunity. Kay, what do you think about the veil, Lady Jane? And now the next day they're going to Pentos. Pentos.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Raina wants to leave right now because whether either that is a wild an unclaimed dragon, or there is a dragon rider that she can convince to join Team Black. But either way, I think she's got to kind of see what's going on here because she was just like, you didn't say there was another dragon out here when I came. So now she feels like she gonna have to investigate because I think she might see this as an opportunity to make herself worthy because she's like, either the dragon is unclaimed and maybe this one will be the one that like me, or maybe I'll find another dragon rider and take them to Rhaenyra and be like, hey, I brought you some help. So either way, I think she wants to prove herself.
I'd be here for it. Kelly says, I don't trust Lady Jane. I don't either. But I like her because she seems formidable. I like Lady Jane Eyre. She stands on her 2 feet. What do you got to say, C?
She couldn't wait to get that black girl out of that house. That's why she was making arrangements left and right. She was sitting ravens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to get that girl out of her house. And finally somebody responded and she said, all right, look, you somebody else's problem. Get your behind out of here. Give me that little cat dragon y'all done brought over here. And you get your black A out of this house.
Hey, Patty. Welcome. Says we're going to see the sheep stealer. Okay. I'm here for this. Okay. So this is from the books then. Okay. I'm taking it because these are all our book readers in the chat. Sheep stealer hunting further from Dragonstone because of the war. Okay. Oh, I wonder how big Sheep Stealer is then. I wonder how big it is. I'm excited for the possibilities. And now we have Larys, honey, because Larys done made his attempt to be hand. And Aemon said, fool, who do you think you are? Like, why do you even think that would be a possibility in this universe? Go get my granddaddy. Go bring Otto back. And so now Larys knows just what Alicent knew, that I need to go get in good with Aegon. Because I'm still trying to social climb. And Larys, I thought more of him. I thought Larys was going to have an ounce of complexity. I didn't think George R.R. Martin was going to kind of regurgitate a similar character to the past. I thought there was going to be something different about him. And just so far, there's not. And I hate that. I thought Larys would be a great villain, but he's even undelivering in that aspect for me. Kay, what do you think of Larys and his kind of, sharing his life story with Aegon and saying, but I can be there, and Aegon saying, help me.
I mean, my man hustling. He started with Alicent, give me these feet pics and I got a little info for you. Then he said, let me roll into Aegon. Let me be there. Let me help you out. Then he said, oh, he burnt. Let me go. Okay, let me go over here. Aemon, what you need? I got you. I know everything. I know what the streets are saying. And Aemon was like, I'm good on that. So let's go back to Aegon. He is working overtime to get in good with this family. I don't know why of all the families you want to get in good with this one, burnt his own family to get in good with this one. So he working hard for his spot.
He is. He's working overtime and getting nowhere. See, what do you think about Larys as a character? And what do you think about this move in talking to Aegon?
Larys is the villain that y'all want Alicent to be. This is the true villain. He's the one who's coming with the strategic plan. Like, all right, I clearly Aemon doesn't want me around, so let me go to Aegon to see what my chances are. This is what he was doing, not Alicent. I feel like he was, trying to create this bond. Like, yeah, we're both a little deformed. Yeah, let me tell you how to live through this life, and that's what it was. He was using him. And yeah, it's clear as day.
Oh, goodness gracious. I agree. Kay, did you talked to me about Larys, didn't you? Okay. Child, the slides all running. I'd be like, who did we talk about? Okay. Now we see the brothers, and I didn't get the actual picture, but we see Alan shaving his head, and I'm like, look, he's shaving that silver hair. He don't want it to come. He don't want a peek of it. He don't want anything to do with his daddy at all. And Addam is like, listen, take what's ours, brother. He's giving you a post. He's giving you position. He's giving you rank and some funds. Take it. Kay, I'm going to start with you. Oh, I'm sorry, C, I'm going to start with you. What do you think of these brothers' relationships, and what did you think of this conversation?
This was the scene that made me realize that Corliss ain't nothing. He ain't shit for real. Because it was like these young boys are having to grow up without their father, knowing that this man is their father. And even still, he's showing favoritism to one and not the other. Addam doesn't have any sort of relationship with him, being his son. And I felt so bad, more so for Addam, because he gets no acknowledgement from his daddy. And he clearly wants that. He clearly wants that. And to see that Alan has to shave his head in order to keep this secret, his father's secret, not his secret, it's his daddy's secret. So it was heartbreaking to me, this scene, because the trauma that they've had to grow through from children to adults, and having to work with this man, their father, every day, see him every day, and still not be acknowledged by him, really. Ugh, that made me realize this man Corley ain't nothing for real. That's what made me hate him for real.
Cold-blooded. Okay. What were your thoughts of these brothers talking, and Addam's approach with Alan? Like, get it, man. Take it. We deserve it. We need it. He owes us. He owes you.
I'm with it. I need old boy to. It's okay. Ray niece is gone now. She's gone, so you don't have to shave your head no more. You know, let's go ahead and be who we are. Go ahead and be who we are, and get what you all deserve. Corliss, other kids ain't there. Okay, the grandkids ain't paying him no attention. Y'all get in and get the goods while they're there. I'm with Addam. Let's. I mean, he ain't nobody in that castle or nothing. He's sitting on mounds of riches and stuff. Go and get what's yours. Let that silver hair flow. Let it flow.
Captain for Creativity says they are trying to pass them off as Laenor's sons in the book, so the sea snake might pull the same trick in the show.
Alan about grown as hell. He the same age as Rhaenyra. How the heck that's about to happen?
Interesting. Okay, now we're back at Harrenhal, and I just wanted to talk about this last vision that we saw with Daemon, because I was like, I always felt like Daemon really loved his brother in a way. He just thought he was better. He just thought he deserved the crown. And we also get into some conversation a little bit earlier that he has with Alice, Witchcraft and Wizardry Rivers, where she says, you looked at this like it was this great thing to be king, and he looked at it like it was a burden. Like it wasn't this dream that you concocted in your mind, right? And so now he's seeing Viserys on the Iron Throne, all decrepit as usual. And then we go, and I believe we're seeing Viserys's wife, the one who childbirth ripped her to shreds, and they lost her and the baby, right? And he's mourning, and Daemon's like, I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you, brother. I'm so sorry. And he's hugging him, loving on him. Kay, what did you think of this vision? What do you think it means for the future?
I think they're trying to humanize Daemon and get us to kind of feel something and like him, which shows that the end is near for him. Because every person he's seeing in these dreams and hallucinations are somebody who's passed. Mm-hmm. Like or that he's seeing them in a different place, and like they're either they have passed or he's talking to their past self. Mm-hmm. So Daemon has a lot of unresolved issues, is what we're seeing, and either he's going to resolve those unresolved issues or they're going to drive him mad. Either way, he needs to stop talking to this witch, okay? Because this ain't gonna do no good. Because see, now he's realizing he was treating his brother wrong this whole time. That ain't gonna do nothing but make him sad in the end. So stop drinking the Kool-Aid, Daemon.
Literally, please stop drinking whatever potion she's giving you. DeMarcus, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Which show is better, House of the Dragon or Serpent Queen? You're putting me on the spot. House of the Dragon has greater lore for me. So House of the Dragon is better. But y'all, if you're not watching Serpent Queen and you love a period piece, I recommend. We're on season 2. I'm covering that as well. Thank you, DeMarcus, for the super chat. We appreciate you. Now, see, what did you think of Damon's vision? What'd you think?
I this is Damon's chance to kind of tackle his issues with the family members, like every issues that he's had, every kind of unresolved conversation, everything. And this is his point. And I do love that he sees his brother here, especially in this moment where he has to be accountable in a way to the things that he allegedly said about the heir, right? His the son that died at childbirth. It was beautiful, man. Like I felt so bad because yeah, he clearly has love for his brother, but it was that jealousy still that stopped him from being like a real, true brother to him. And it was just such a beautiful moment, and I love that they brought back this actor because yeah, it was just a great scene. Honestly.
Yeah, it was. Cassadine, Canadine, Pat Cassadine, I think is his name. Y'all help me in the comments. Y'all already know.
What do they call him, Patty?
Patty, yes. But yeah, someone had put it in the comments. I think Fridge talks about how Damon's character has devolved since season 1, and I agree. And I don't know if I like it. I don't like him being in this ambiguous state for most of this season. He hasn't really been the Damon that we had kind of come to know and enjoy, at least in all of his foolishness and craziness. Yeah, he's probably not long for the show anymore. Damon acted loony before his very own war council. Severe fallout. Yeah, no one can trust him, and he has a dragon too. I mean, this could be bad. Now, I don't know. So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think this season has been horrible so far? Now that we're on episode 6.
Yes, I feel like it could have been better. I liked the episodes. I feel like the episodes were interesting, but was it enough? I don't know. I feel like there's so much build up. We've been building up to this war since season 1, and we still ain't got it. And we only got about 2 episodes left. So what's really about to happen? I do feel like there were some missed opportunities. But yeah, it's not a bad show by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But this season, I don't feel like it's given what it could have gave, honestly.
Okay. Kay, what about you?
Of course, because I like the horror. I want to see more carnage. Okay, I want to see some more battles. I need to see some beheadings. I need to see some knives coming out. Somebody need to be like Trakaris. Some more. Come on, let's bring it out. I need to see some more of the action. But they've been doing great storytelling here. In the absence of action, we're getting really good storytelling, really good writing, really good acting. So I'm not mad at it. Just give me some more bloodshed.
I agree. Are there opportunities for improvement? Absolutely. This is by far not a perfect series, but for me, season 2 has been way more gratifying than season 1 was. Because for me, it took me 7 episodes to get into season 1, right? That's when all the action happened. I think now a lot of the characters have been more developed, and we're knowing them as adults versus we knew them as children. The next episode, they're adults, and we're trying to figure out what's transitioned or happened in their growth in that episode. So I do like it. I do like the storytelling. But I think I agree. I could see way more dragons. I could see way more fire. I could see way more intrigue. I am still looking for that feeling I got season 1, season 2 of Game of Thrones, how I just had like such a strong hate like for a character, or I just loved a character down to the ground. And I don't have that in this show yet. There's no character I absolutely love to pieces, and there's not one that I really loathe. I mean, except for Alicent, but she's not on Joffrey's level. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. Y'all
Well, we'll
drop it in the
see.
comments and let us know what have y'all thought about this season so far. But child, Alicent, y'all, because you know she stay at the church house. For what? I don't know. But anyway, she's there, you know, praying, and she drags Helena, who didn't want to go, who was having fun playing with her cockroaches or whatever little beetles she had. It looked like she had a little beetle circus there that she was playing with. She ain't want to go. She don't like being with the small folks. She told us in episode 1 or 2, she don't want to be around the small folks. It's a mess. Right? She said that. But Alicent drags her to the sept, and they're in there worshiping, you know, or doing whatever they do, lighting all the candles. And in the meantime, we know that Ray's food provisions have come, and they said, listen, the queen is thinking of us, and she's not even here. She loves us small folks in this current, listen, situation. They don't care anything about us. They come out. I thought it was Cersei walking from the sept, the way them people started throwing stuff. I said, y'all just got food. You can't throw it. You know what I mean? Like, we need all the food, but I mean, they're hurling things at them. Next thing we know, it's coming to blows. We're having to take our swords out. Alicent, sheathe your sword. No, Alicent, your guards can't sheathe their swords. We need them out, okay? Because these people are shanking them with what weapons? I don't know. It was bedlam. It was mayhem. And I was here for it. I liked seeing Alicent get hemmed up a little bit. I didn't want to see her unalived, and I felt really bad for Helena, but I wasn't mad she got pelted in the face with whatever that was. Kay, I'm starting with you because I'm going to give C the floor.
I'm sick of Alicent in this damn smug face. Like, why are you looking like you didn't cause all of this? You be looking so confused that, you know, everything has just been disastrous, but you did it. And going over there every 5 minutes praying. You know when they say faith without works is dead. So what you praying about? Because you ain't doing nothing to change the situation. You could have did something. You can still do something. You can literally stand up and say, "My bad." So what are you doing when you go up there? You just trying to save face? Because I don't even at this point the old gods are not listening to you, Allison. They're not listening.
I think it gives her a sense of peace. You know, some people just like the activity, right, of it. See, were you sad? Did you shed a tear that they
I'm
got
trying to figure
attacked by the crowd?
what power y'all think Alicent got? Her kids ain't even listen to her. So
It
even
doesn't
if she
matter.
were to say, "Yo, yeah, maybe your dad didn't want this, and maybe the prophecy was right," they're not going to listen to her either way. So it's like she has no power. The only thing she can do is try to guide what she can, and we see that in this scene, she tries to protect Helena from the crowd. She's trying to be a good mother. So that's when people say that, "Oh yeah, she's just trying to insert herself with Aegon because you know Aemon isn't going to listen to her." No, she's trying to be a mother to all of her children. We see that in this episode where she questions her motherhood or how well of a mother she's being with her other son, when she's trying to protect Helena from this crowd, and when she's trying to be there at Aemon's side. She's trying, guys. It's just that at this point, she has no power. She's a woman in this world, and it's a man's world. It's a man's world over there still. So she's trying what she can, and even with the sheathing your sheathing your swords, she was trying to protect the people. She's trying to be a good person, trying to be a good leader, trying to be a good mother, but it's like to no avail. And again, I want to stress this, that Alicent is not the villain here. Alicent is not the villain. Alicent is trying her best with the cards that she was dealt, and we see that in this episode. It's clear as day, clear as day.
Alicent is, was, and will always be a villain in my eyes. She may not be responsible for this current mayhem, but she's getting it back. How she gets it. You reap what you sow. God is not mocked, okay? Alicent got slapped in the face with a fish and did. And did. Tony says that Smallfolk was unaliving people with forks they weren't using.
They call her the queen of
I
fish.
said, how'd they get through that armor? Did y'all see that one soldier go down and they were getting them? I said, wow, that armor really didn't do that. The actual soldiers looked like they were confused and didn't know what to do. I said, that's ill prepared under Sir Crispy. That's what happens. They're not training. Now, meanwhile, back at Dragonstone, and I knew this was going to happen. I was saying, why is this going to happen? But I knew in moments leading up to it that this was going to happen, because y'all know, well, anyway, apparently soon they're going to be bumping pocketbooks is what it looks like, right? That's what it looks like. And again, I can't help but to think Massaria is being strategic in this, because I mean, it was almost given, I don't know why we were always quoting Color Purple, but you remember when Suge comes with her new husband and they're talking to Mister, and they're like, the guys are talking, he's like, I had her your way, I'll have her mine. That's what this gave to me. Damon had Massaria one way, and Rhaenyra is about to have her way. I don't know if I like it. I think it's manipulation because Rhaenyra is vulnerable. And I just don't think, I don't know if Massaria can be trusted. See, go ahead, because you seem like you're in amazement.
I'm shocked because who was the real vulnerable person in this scene? It's giving that Rhaenyra was, abusing her power, because
Girl,
did not this woman in this very moment ago talking about how her father abused her and used her for his pleasure, and Rhaenyra going to come over to take this as her moment to also do the same thing to the girl? It's like, come on now, she grew up as a toot out here in these streets, abused by her father, and you feel like this is the appropriate moment to kiss this woman, ma'am, as the queen, and the power dynamics are way off. We're not going to put this on White Worm. This, we know who's in charge of the situation, who has the most power in the situation. It's Rhaenyra abusing her power. Yes, come on.
You know that Massaria was for the streets and owned the pleasure house and was rocking that pocketbook for lifetimes and generations. That ain't have nothing to do. She was not a victim, baby. I felt like she was willing and able and ready and knew what she was doing. Massaria is not new to this. She's true to this. Believe me, she got that ism. It ain't on her. It's in her. Do you hear me? She's used her pocketbooks for a good 15 years, a good 10, 15 years. She knows it. She knows how to use it. Now, if she had been in Alicent position, she'd be sitting on the Iron Throne.
Yeah, she's a smart woman.
But Kay, I mean, what do you think? Is this an abuse of power? Did Rhaenyra seduce Massaria? Talk to me about it.
No, because if she was, then Damon. See, I wouldn't even give it to her and say Damon might have seduced her. But fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. No, ma'am. You think she will fall for that for this a second time around? She is the one that's like, she's got them Lord Baelish tendencies. Okay, like let me whisper a little something in your ear to put the odds in my favor, to put things over my way, because it's the same power dynamic that she had with Damon. It's just now it's Rhaenyra. And she made me so mad in the scene, because what I thought was going to happen was she was going to say, because I be in the brothels and whatnot. I done seen some of your people in there. Now, do you need me to go in there and pull you some dragon riders? I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. The perfect opportunity to be like, it's a bunch of them in there. I can just go round them up if you need me to. Then that would have been useful. But for her not saying that and giving her that information that could help them, I don't trust that part.
I don't either. And I agree. And what's the thing about, I don't think that this was necessary for them to do. Like, I was sitting there like, I knew they were going to do it, but I was like, why? Like, do we need this? Like, do Rhaenyra really need a sex break in this moment? She's finally just put on her big girl panties to get some stuff done. I felt like this was going to be a distraction, y'all.
We got important business to take care of. Okay. We don't have time.
I agree. B1 says Massaria got a game going. Listen, that's how I feel about it. Captain for Creativity says, I told y'all they were sharing Damon in the books. When Damon come back, it'll be a problem since he don't seem like the reverse share. Okay, because I was like, now if we get into orgy mode, that might be above my pay grade, y'all. I can't. The throttle of it all. I don't know. If that'll be my ministry. Tony Roberts says, once the hug lasted more than 5 seconds, it was over. The relationship seemed forced. I mean,
it was, because that wasn't in the books. The HBO said let's throw it in there to shake things up. They said, let's shake
Damon,
things up a little bit.
Shmi says Damon's gonna be happy. Alicent parallels Sansa than anything. She's really well. Let's talk about Sansa. We can go back if you want to because I hated Sansa so bad until the last.
Me
Like, what was it the last 2 seasons? Maybe she was just useless, and I feel the same way about Alicent. You're useless. Like you don't do anything right. What's the point of you, right? Shmi says Damon the true winner. Trinity says, I knew that kiss was coming because that hug went on too long. Amina, hey Amina. Yeah, plus Massaria told Damien a different story about why she can't have kids. She lies like a rug. Well, Massaria touched Rhaenyra's hand when Jace left. She want that cootie cat. I told you they're gonna be bumping pocketbooks. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna show it next episode. Positioning herself. Okay, White Worm's positioning herself better than her uncle. Hey, a win is a win. A win is a win. Massaria made the first move. She complimented Rhaenyra when she was holding that sword, making Rhaenyra. I'm telling you, see, I think you're a little bit jaded when it comes to Rey. I really do, because Massaria is a true blue one. She was on the stroll.
And remember, she's way older than Rhaenyra. Remember that
she was putting a little brown nose on it to keep her position. She wasn't trying to be like, yeah, kiss on me.
No, she did that because she is way older than Rhaenyra, so she knows what she's doing.
She knows. Listen, she's been popping that thing for a long time. She knows how to use it. Alicent should take some lessons. She knows
at this point.
She knows what to do. Hey, Heavenly, the main difference from Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is that this show doesn't have suspense. It's just scene to scene with Rhaenyra moping and wringing her hands, Alicent doing the same thing. That could be it. I think we did have a level of intrigue and suspense in Game of Thrones that we haven't seen with this one. Amy says the kiss was enticing. Was it? I don't know if they had chemistry. I don't know.
I was like, you were supposed to whisper to her about the Targaryen bastard children,
right? Because we got to see Ulf a limited time only, and I was thinking, is he going to be a dragon rider?
That's what she knows what's on the street. She could tell her about these people.
And why Rhaenyra spent the whole episode trying to separate herself from Daemon and then gonna go after Daemon's ex? Like, come on, man. Like, what's the real messaging here? It's giving an obsession with Uncle Daemon. That's
exactly. But they came over there to steal that egg. Dragon egg.
Come on.
So now while they're getting ready to bump pocketbooks, right? Addam is out there, doing what the seamen do, right, on the shore. And Sea Smoke was on a mission to find their man. Okay. And they found him. And I said, they forgot everybody else was on the beach. I don't know if Sea Smoke is a girl or a boy. I don't know. But anyway, it was all about Addam. And she just wanted to play. Sea Smoke just wanted love and attention and to say, get up here, let's dance. And Addam was petrified. This made me laugh harder than anything I've laughed at the whole entire season, because I knew what was coming. But just the literal fear in his eyes sent me. Kay, I'm going to start with you. What did you think of the whole chase with Addam and Sea Smoke? What did you think?
Sea Smoke said, look, now, I've been playing tag for a long time now, and you're not getting the point. Like, I've been flying over you several times thinking you was going to come at me, be like, tag. When they pulled me up in the dragon pit, I thought it was going to be you or something. No, it wasn't. So now I guess I'm going to have to just come straight out and just say, like, come on, because see, we've been doing this playing games for too long. All right, come on. Okay, another dreadhead is what I'm looking for at this point, and you meet the criteria. I need somebody that smells like shea butter and coconut oil. So are you down or nah?
The only thing this was missing for me was us actually getting to see him mount Sea Smoke. I was like, did Sea Smoke nudge him up there? Like, get up there. Get up there. I thought it was so adorable.
He was fighting for his life.
See, what did you think about this scene? What did you think?
Like I said, Sea Smoke, Trevante Smith ain't playing games no more. He's like, look, they done try to put that white man on me, so I can't even be subtle anymore. God damn it. I'm tired of flying around waiting for you to come to me. I'm coming to you. I thought this scene was hilarious as well, because Yeah, it's like Sea Smoke is like a cat. It was playing games. Like, look, I'm coming around. Like, what? Give me some attention. I'm tired of waiting. So yeah, this was a beautiful scene, and I love that it was Adam and not Alan, because Adam needs this. I feel like he needs this. He feels like he's the forgotten son, not being, really considered, and we see that. So him being a dragon rider now, his father's going to be forced to acknowledge him. And I can't wait for that to happen in the next episode, how that's going to be handled, because I'm sure it's a lot of emotions that has to come with that for Adam being the forgotten son. And now suddenly he's the dragon rider of the family. So, yeah, interesting.
He had to go to him because he said they're going to keep trying to give me white people and I don't want them.
You know what?
Right.
You think he was looking for something close to Rhaenyra, though? Seriously, like, or was it just that maybe he felt the kinship, right, in the blood? Maybe, I don't know. I'm curious about the breakdown of how a dragon selects its rider. You know?
Sea Smoke got a type, and it's the black dreadlock strays. He feels like, Lenore had a thing where he was, secretly closeted, and no one knew, and now he has Adam, who's the forgotten son. He has a thing. He likes to take, people who are at their lowest, hiding things and maybe not, where they need to be, and raise them up.
Oh, so Sea Smoke is a Captain Saver.
Right, exactly.
And so after that, guys, so after they're there, we go back to Dragonstone and we see Rhaenyra and Mysaria getting closer, and they get interrupted because they say someone has seen Sea Smoke and Sea Smoke has a rider. And Rhaenyra's like, Lord, now I got to get on my dragon and go see what's going on.
Rhaenyra was pissed. She said, "Is it a green?" Oh, hell no.
Who is
no.
it? Who is it? I'm absolutely here for that. And absolutely looking forward to what we're going to see in the next episode with that. Let's see. Shmi says half brothers. That's what I think. I think they smell the Valerian blood or something. Tony Roberts, Sea Smoke was given Adam that looked like Nissa from the Lion King. You know what? Maybe Adam resembles Lenore. Maybe. I think he can feel personality and smell blood. There's got to be some deeper connection. I just hope Adam does the right thing and doesn't go rogue because he's holding a grudge against Corlys. Ooh. Now that would be, I think he wants validation so much. It's been implied, but we still haven't really gotten to explore these two characters, which could probably be another criticism I have of the show. A lot of these supporting characters, we haven't really dug deep into their psyche or who they are, their nature, and it could just be a time constraint. I know first season had 10 episodes, and now we're only getting 8. Maybe they took some shortcuts. Shmi, and now Corlys will see Adam's potential and add him to his legacy. I hope so. And Corlys' great grandmother was a Targaryen. They share something, right? They definitely share traits because of the hair and all of that. But guys, for the final slide, honey, what's next? This is where Mysaria told Rhaenyra she was sexy. She said, "Look at you, girl. You look powerful. I like that.
Secure my spot here."
I like that. See, what's next? What do you think episode 7 is going to be the penultimate episode for the season? What do you think is going to happen next week?
I'm hoping some shockers. Like someone mentioned, like we're missing the suspense from that we had in Game of Thrones. We're missing like the shock factor. We got a little bit in the last season, specifically in the final episode of season 1. And I wonder if they're saving that again for the final episode of season 2. But if so, they need to not do that anymore. They need to sprinkle it throughout, because it's definitely missing a little seasoning here, like a little something that's going to put it over into like, A tier, S tier show. But I'm hoping that, again, I want to see how Corlys responds, knowing that his bastard son is a dragon rider now. I want to see how handles Aemond and Aegon handle this dance that they have going, because Aemon's clearly want to get rid of Aegon, and I wonder how that he's going to make that happen. And I wonder when and if, because I know it's going to happen, but how is it going to happen that Otto going to start responding to these ravens, child, and bring his behind back home so he can start helping out, because apparently he's maybe out gathering an army. I don't know, but he definitely need to come on home. So I'm waiting to see for how that happens.
That's the question, because where is Otto? When we find out that Alicent had been writing him letters, and that now, Laris is responsible for contacting him. I'm like, did someone secretly unalive Otto? They say he hasn't even been back to their dwelling. And I guess I didn't put the slide in here. I thought I did, because at one point, Gwen and Alicent do have a conversation, and Alicent is basically questioning why, or would life have been different if she had remained home and Gwen had come to court, right? And also inquiring after her son. And Gwen proceeds to tell her that your son is clever, handsome, a great young man. And that's because she didn't raise him. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all want to add to that, but hopefully we get to meet the other son by the end of the season. Kay, what are you hoping for next episode?
I mean, if they need all the help they can get, like, where's her other son? Do he have a dragon? Is he a dragon rider? Do he need to come claim one of these dragons? Because she's, she outnumbered at the house. They not really. Well, he might not like her either because he ain't even was raised with her. But I would like to meet Alicent's other son. I need Otto to come on back now and stop having an attitude. You knew them little kids was little demon seeds from the beginning. I need Team Black to level up, okay? We seen that we got one more Dragon Rider. Let's go get some more. Let's mount up and stop playing games. Masaria, tell Rhaenyra that it's more silver-haired people out there. Get these people and let's start mounting up. Let's go. Like Damon, get your ass out of here and all.
Right. Please. Jesus Christ.
Well, and that was my thing. It better happen, because where is the envoy that Rhaenyra sent last episode? He still ain't got to Harrenhal yet. Like, you still not, y'all couldn't have gave him a ride on a dragon. Jace couldn't have just picked him up and dropped him off there. I mean,
I forgot to mention, they did have a clip at the end of the episode where it seems as if Jace is a little upset over the plan that he made. He was saying, oh, well, we're supposed to be the Targaryens and dragon riders. Now anyone can do it or something. So it's like, what is he upset that Addam is a dragon rider? Like, what's going on with that?
You might be. Well, see, he need to know that he's actually one of them. Corlys need to confess up. Tell him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Corlys is granddaddy. Right. I hope things pick up next episode. I miss the suspense, Amy. I do too. I hope so. This was fun. My circle doesn't watch House of the Dragon, so it's nice to get other people's opinions and thoughts in real time. Thank you, ladies and chads. Like the video, y'all. Thank you, honey. We appreciate you being here every Monday night. Well, for the next 2 Mondays, then it's over, y'all. We'll have to find something else to do. If you guys are still here, I do want to let you know that tomorrow we're doing Interview with a Vampire season 1. All of us on the panel and an additional 3 ladies, which will be amazing. And then Wednesday night, if you guys are not watching Lady in the Lake on Apple TV, do yourself a favor and go watch it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. If you are, you can come back to my page, the community wall, and tell me about myself, okay? But I promise you, it's good. The first 2 episodes are out, and we will be talking about it Wednesday night. But let me give the ladies the floor. Please hold on for a while, you guys. See, let the people know what you have going on. You're muted.
Oh, okay. Hey. Y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Here on Mondays, talking about House of Dragon. Tuesdays, we got Interview with the Vampire. Wednesdays, A Lady in the Lake. Y'all don't sleep on Apple TV. Go ahead and watch that. Got some movie reviews coming. I plan to drop one for Longlegs and Oddity. So I'm waiting to watch those, but those will be coming. Divorce in the Black reviews are on the channel. The Boys reviews are on the channel. The Watchers, Tarot, A Quiet Place. Just come on over. All the nerd things, all the horror things, all the superhero things. Hit that subscribe button.
Awesome. See what you got going. Let the people know.
All right. So y'all know Deadpool and Wolverine come out this week, so I'm going to be talking about that. I cannot wait to see it. So once you see it, come to my channel. We can talk about it together. Also, I just did a character battle with my co-host, Bad Guy Jack. It was Shadow versus Mario. We do it live on Instagram. We're going to be releasing that re-recording on IG, and I may release it on my YouTube channel, so check out for that. And also, we're starting a new book next month. It's going to be The Washingtonian by Jessica Cutler. Now, this is a bit of a smut book. So if you into a little smut, join me on my channel. And we're going to discuss The Washingtonian by Jessica Cutler. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe to my channel. See the Superior.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Chat, y'all know y'all cut up every single time we come on, and I appreciate you so much for being here. Y'all don't know how much it means to me. I'm not going to shed a tear, but the fact that like 60 some of y'all come out every Monday night and vibe with us for almost 2 hours is incredible. I cannot thank you enough. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of the things, and we will